Hello everyone, and welcome back to Two Bros Game Night. I am your host, Older Bro.
I'm your other host, Younger Bro.
And today we continue in another code, where we're going to be going and looking at the photos.
I can use tokens to get gumballs from this. Yeah, and there's Matthew, there's the Bob's Food Hut, staff only. It's the staff room, I shouldn't go in without permission.
Yeah. Catering available. Does it say catering available? Delivery and catering available.
Yeah.
Sweet potato pie? Somebody has that.
Chef salad, chicken salad, apple pie, pecan pie, sweet potato pie, chili dog, hot dog, salmon rice burger, chicken burger.
It's the most American place of all time.
Hey, we need some cool pop in our lives.
It's a retro Cool Pop poster.
Too bad they couldn't put it exactly center.
Maybe it wasn't.
It's slightly off.
Maybe it wasn't centered to begin with. Like maybe the logo itself isn't centered.
I think this is the original Cool Pop logo that they used back when it first launched. I remember Dad saying there was only one flavor at first.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, it was called Pepsi.
It does really look like Pepsi. I will agree. You are not wrong.
So Pepsi.
Yeah, just.
Bob's Food Hut.
Now the question is, which is better, Cool Pop or Crystal Cool Pop?
Crystal Cool Pop.
Have you ever actually had Crystal Pepsi?
No.
Yeah, I don't think anybody, like most people, have not had Crystal Pepsi. Old photo.
There's an old photo.
Oh, wow, it's Bob. He's so young. I feel like I've seen that food stand somewhere before.
Thank you. Huh. Japanese food that uses salmon. Well, rice balls with salmon are probably my favorite.
Are you fucking kidding me? So just to be clear, this guy put a salmon burger on his menu because he met your mom and said, "Oh, is there anything Japanese I could put on my menu that'd make you more happy?"
Mom got
And then
food
he
from the
never
stand.
removed it from the menu.
Oh, that's me from a long time ago. I was a bit more handsome then, eh?
I literally do
this
not
ticket?
see much of a difference.
Yeah, he's got a few more gray hairs.
Yeah, but he even made the gray hairs look good. So it's like I don't think you're gonna get much. Yeah.
You look good, man.
This was before I had the food hut, so about 13 years ago.
13 years ago.
So yeah, he's been here since Matthew's been here, which means he has to know who Matthew is. Matthew's obviously eaten at this guy's place at least once before, right?
This fine diner started out as a humble food stand. I wanted a convenient way to sell my burgers. I'd set up shop wherever there were tourists. Sold hamburgers every day.
Uh-huh.
What changed?
Well, it's not exactly that the burgers weren't popular, but they lacked that special something. Never sold out. I started thinking and realized what was missing.
I needed
I
a
needed
wife.
a centerpiece, a real showstopper.
Oh, I know. You're talking about the salmon rice burger, aren't you?
Bingo! Of course, I didn't come up with it all by my lonesome.
Uh-huh.
It's quite the funny story, in fact. One of my customers inspired it.
Yep, I can bet who.
They gave me a tip that led to my greatest invention.
One of your customers.
Who was the customer?
She was a tourist who came to visit the mermaid statue. Now that I think about it, her eyes were just like yours.
Japanese.
Had a young girl with her.
Yep,
She said she was meeting an old friend by the clock tower.
that'd probably be me.
Huh.
Meeting
A
an
customer
old
gave you a
friend.
tip?
Yep, a fine tip indeed. I've been pondering how to use the salmon I caught in the lake.
You
I wanted
catch
to
these
make something-
salmon from the
Oh.
lake?
Oh.
He can't still be doing that.
But back then, all I could make was hamburgers. I tried a few different salmon burgers, but I couldn't quite nail the level of quality I was looking for. As I'm racking my brain over it, a woman came up
Here's
to
the thing.
stand.
The salmon burgers aren't the weird thing. I can imagine just selling a normal salmon burger. It's the rice patties.
Yeah.
She mentioned she was Japanese. I thought she might have a good idea for a recipe.
Yeah, you know, Japanese person walks up. I mean, you must know how to cook salmon correctly, right?
She was
Maybe.
Japanese?
And I'll never forget what she said. Rice balls with salmon are probably my favorite. She said you take the rice and ball it up around the fish. That was my eureka moment. Maybe salmon goes better with rice than with bread. So how about I try using rice for the bun? After that, I needed to puzzle out the best way to cook the fish. So after a little trial and error, the salmon rice burger was born.
That's quite the story.
And that was my mom.
That was
Must've been Mom who gave Bob the tip.
1000% her mom.
But who was Mom meeting at the clock tower? An old friend? Who could that be?
Ryan?
Unclear.
There are photos of Bob on the
This
wall.
has to be it.
Yep.
It must have been Mom who gave Bob the idea for his burger. But who was Mom meeting at the clock tower? An old acquaintance? Who could that be?
Okay.
Alright.
Photos
Of
of older
older
men.
men.
Okay, one of those men in that shot is very clearly not an older man.
Framed photos are hung side by
This
side.
may be the first time I've seen Dad having fun.
Yep. I see now why Ryan was saying, you are a lot like your dad,
Oh, he finally caught a fish.
Mr. Keyboardist.
The three of us first hit it off when we started talking music. Nowadays, we're fishing buddies.
Uh-huh. That makes sense.
Talking music.
You all talked about music? Does my dad even like music?
Does he ever? In fact, when he was younger, he dreamed of hitting it big.
If
He's no
only
slouch on
he'd
piano, you know.
fucking told someone,
I didn't know, actually.
because he won't tell me.
Oh, God damn it. I am like my father.
I can't believe he can play piano.
He told me he played keyboard in a rock band back in the day.
Again, if only he'd mentioned that we had things in common to talk about.
Great, now I have to find a new,
He's gonna fire the
dream.
keyboardist and replace it with her father?
No. She's gonna drop music now.
Max and I were crazy about the guitar, same
Oh.
as Tommy. We all got pretty jazzed up going on about those days, so the three of us tried jamming together.
No, seriously?
Oh, don't make
Why would
music
Dad
old
hide
for
that
me.
from me. Do you go fishing with my dad a lot?
Oh yeah, the three of us go out all the time. I taught them everything they know. Of course,
But not
we hadn't
everything I
lectured,
know.
Still beginners. But they seem to be enjoying themselves all the same.
I had no idea.
And here I thought all Dad did was sit in a dimly lit room doing research. But I guess he has friends on the other side. Just like a normal person.
No. You have friends on the other side.
Oh, that was so good.
How was it, kiddo? Meet your standards?
Yeah, I've never had a burger like that.
That's
I'd
almost
like
certainly
fish
wrong.
a lot more if it all tasted like that.
Very good.
Ready to go, Matthew?
Yup, I feel a lot better.
Come back soon, Ashley. Got it?
I will. Hey, Tommy, Janet, I'm heading out. See you later, Ashley.
See ya.
Good luck with practice.
Thanks.
Hey, thanks.
And we walk outside.
Yeah, speaking of fishing, Dad tried to set me up with a girl to go fishing
Let's
with.
hurry
and I was
back to
like,
your dad's cottage.
no.
Right. We'll use his computer to look into the pollution.
Dad's really trying to find me someone right now. It's just like, let me decide who I want to go out with, okay? But no, I have to find someone now. Oh, it's for rent. Alright, let's live here, Matthew, together. Uh-oh. Gladys is watching.
Ashley.
Oh,
He was not there, right?
No.
Ashley, come on.
Is he dead?
Ryan? Go on ahead, Matthew. I'll catch up.
Okay.
No, it looks like
Sorry
he's
to
there.
surprise you.
He looks greener.
I wanted to speak, just the two of us. This is my cottage.
Did
Let's
he
talk
say so?
inside.
Okay, something weird's going on.
Yeah.
I think I know what's gonna happen.
Oh, damn.
So I think what's gonna happen is she's gonna look at the.
I can just ignore him.
Yep. She's going to go and look at the camera later. And the camera's going to show no one lives there. Like, she didn't meet with anybody.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird. Pretty standard look, matches the room. No clothes on it though. Maybe he keeps them in a closet.
Girl, there was a for rent sign on the
Ah.
fucking building.
I saw an
Faux
infomercial about this before. I wonder if it does all the things they claim. Ryan must have seen it on TV and wondered the same thing.
Huh.
Sure is a big bookshelf for a few books. I always imagine researchers' homes being packed floor to ceiling with books. Yeah, it's gonna be weird if Ryan's a ghost because he doesn't give that.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a ghost, but at the same time, this house is for rent.
It could also mean he just moved here. Ryan's bedroom must be past here, and it's pretty rude to go into someone's bedroom without permission. Like how he's just standing there.
Yep.
Wow, it's so minimalist.
I have no need for possessions. I don't spend much time here.
Too busy at work, huh? Sounds familiar.
Something like that. But perhaps not as busy as you.
What do you mean?
Are you not? You've been wandering all over Lake Juliet, haven't you?
I guess you've seen me around.
I have.
I'm looking for my friend's dad.
Is that so?
He disappeared 5 years ago. So I'm trying to help my friend figure out where he went. We found a lot of information, but nothing really helpful yet.
I see.
I guess it sounds weird when I say it like that, huh?
No, it's understandable. Would you tell me your friend's name?
No.
Matthew Crusoe.
Crusoe.
Why would you
Is
tell
this friend
him
of
that?
yours related to Crusoe Resort?
You know about it?
I do. It's not a secret. I believe everyone in town is familiar.
Okay, so it's not surprising he would know.
You said everyone knows about Crusoe Resort.
And it's the one option, so I have to ask it.
Well, if they do, nobody seems to want to talk about it.
Is that so?
Dan the forest ranger said that something bad happened. He wouldn't give me any details, though.
There is a likely reason why they can't talk about it. Sometimes we know the truth, but wish to hide it.
Do you know something? If you do, you have to tell me.
You and I are a lot alike.
What?
I believe that since meeting you at the campsite.
It'd be weird if this is like her as a man.
We have many things in common.
No.
I'm from an alternate universe where I am you, but a
No.
man.
We
Something-
both lost a mother.
It'd be weird if it's her brother.
No.
We both treasured Sayoko.
That's starting to sound like he's her brother.
No.
And we both have a strong desire to learn the truth.
Stop changing the subject. Tell me what you know about Crusoe Resort.
There's nothing for me to tell. Nothing you don't already know. The accusations that the resort polluted the lake are false.
Really? The resort's not responsible?
That's correct.
Then who's to blame? Who framed Crusoe Resort for the pollution?
Now that you will learn in time.
I'm getting a little headachy. What's going on? My head feels fuzzy.
You must be exhausted. Don't push yourself too hard. Curiosity is not a sin, Ashley. But don't forget, the real reason you came to Lake Juliet. There's someone waiting here for you.
Ryan, I gotta get to my dad's. Matthew must be worried about me.
I understand.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, what is with this guy? He doesn't seem like a bad guy. He's as shady as John Smith over there.
Yeah, but shady in a different way.
What's that?
A lotus totem.
Oh, this?
A puzzle.
It's beautiful.
It's a kaleidoscope. A memento of my mother. It's broken, but you can still see a cherry blossom in it.
Maybe uncle?
Called it?
No,
Looking through this always made Sayoko miss Japan.
uncle.
Said it was his mother's.
My mom used this?
Yeah, that's his grave, so he has to be dead, but he does not look dead.
What's wrong?
I remember my mom holding this. Did you meet up with my mom 13 years ago?
No.
But I remember it.
Is it possible that this memory from 13 years ago is from a different place?
What?
Your hippocampus myelinates so rapidly. And yet, despite your superb neural pathways, you are still susceptible to false recall. I have memories that I recall incorrectly too. I fell gravely ill when I was young. My father treated me. That was when I first met his assistant, Sayoko.
Really?
The treatments were painful. But Sayoko kept my spirits high. I'd give her this kaleidoscope before each session. And afterward, I'd wake up, and there she was. She'd hand me the kaleidoscope, smile, and say,
Yeah, he can interact with things, so he's not dead.
You were so brave, Ryan. Your mom was watching over you, I'm sure.
But one day, I awoke
Maybe
to find myself alone.
Ryan's the... Okay, Maybe Ryan's the son of... Because we don't know Bill's wife.
Or if Bill married at all.
Well, yeah.
Sayoko should have been by my side. Surely that's a false recall.
I had no idea.
I'm
But
glad
yeah,
we had
I
a
don't
chance
think
to
that...
talk.
Okay, I don't think they're related. I think that he did treasure Sayoko,
Yeah,
but he
me
treasured her
too.
because he was a
See
kid
you later.
in the hospital, and she was the one looking after him. And
Yeah.
then he died.
Yeah, he could be lying about this cottage where it's actually not his.
Well, I don't think it's his. It's for rent. Like, it is not his cottage. It's for rent.
Huh?
We're seriously going?
No complaining. Hey, Ashley!
I thought you were going to your dad's. How'd you end up here?
Oh, I stopped on the way to
Oh,
talk to somebody.
Just taking the scenic route.
So you're free.
Then
Then
no.
you should come with us.
Wait, what? Where?
Elizabeth's place.
Why me?
No.
Strength in numbers. What? We're going to get to the bottom of this Elizabeth situation. Like, ask her why she doesn't come to practice. Aren't you curious?
A little, but
Then it's settled.
Yeah, come with us.
But I've gotta...
I'm worried about
Yeah, I feel like we
Matthew.
have to be worried about Matthew, right?
Yeah, no,
As much as I do care, but it's like...
Yeah,
hmm.
I think Matthew's the better choice,
Yeah, like,
honestly.
if he gets kidnapped, we're screwed.
I don't know. I have a friend waiting for me.
Is that the kid you were with at Bob's?
Yeah,
Where's he at now?
waiting at my dad's cottage.
Oh, he'll be fine. It's not like he's a little kid.
I mean, he sort
Well,
of is.
sure, but
Our band's future is at stake. Please come with us.
Look, can I at least go tell him where I'm going?
Oh
to
god,
wait
we
for
have
me?
no choice.
No, we don't have a choice, but we do
Okay,
have a choice.
fine, but I
We have a
can't keep my friend
choice.
waiting much longer.
But the choice is whether or not we just are an asshole, a complete asshole, or we were pressured into being an
I
asshole.
knew you'd understand. Now let's go, go, go.
Unfortunately, the Let's Go series is dead.
Yes. And
Oh.
probably a good thing.
Speaking of which, did you see the Pokemon Presents?
Yes, I saw the Pokemon Presents. We've already talked about the Pokemon Presents.
Did we?
Yes,
You sure?
pretty sure.
Hmm.
Because I think we talked about the fact that it was ZA instead of AZ. Also, secondarily, was he crying?
No.
Lighting.
Ugh, it's useless. I don't get a word of this. Ugh.
If we don't find anything today, you have to go back to your uncle's for now.
We're running out of time.
Yeah. Ashley, where are you? But honestly, I'm honestly finding it weird. Why isn't it called Legends Zeriora? Or not Zeriora, Zygarde.
Yeah,
It's very clearly going to be about Zygarde. So it's like,
it
why
was
is
called
not...
Legends ZA.
Yeah, but Legends Arceus was about the Pokemon. The name was the Pokemon, which was the legend. Because it's about a legendary.
Well, Arceus was mythical.
Doesn't matter. Point being, that's the thing. So why didn't they call it Legends Zekrom? Or not Zekrom. I'm going through
Zygarde.
every Z name except Zygarde. But you know what? At least we got Pokemon Z.
Yeah,
Now,
seriously.
it maybe in 10 years we'll finally get Pokemon Gray.
I actually talked about that
Or
with
Kieran.
Bestie. Because we thought it was going to be Black and White next.
What's she
Well,
doing?
I
And
think
then-
they're still going to do the remakes. This is just the next Legends game.
Yeah, the next Legends game. And I'm just like, oh, fuck, yeah.
What's the problem? I asked her to come.
Yeah, as soon as I saw the tower, I'm like, oh, it's X and Y, okay.
So did I.
The thing that I'm happiest about is we get Megas back.
Oh,
Which is
yeah,
fun.
I was super...
Oh, Lord, yes.
I'm wondering if they're going to do Mega Zygarde, Xerneas, and Yveltal.
Unclear, but I'm just like, yes!
Ugh, why?
Strength in numbers, right?
Strength?
That is the
Someone
thing she
has been
told
missing
me.
practice lately. Tommy and I want to know what's going on. We thought we might need some backup.
Excuse me?
Ashley knows all about music practice.
So you're replacing
which
me.
we thought might help, right?
Sure.
Oh, you're all friends now? Give me a break.
Elizabeth, we're serious. What's going on? Why'd you stop coming?
Ugh.
Is there something wrong with your voice?
Do you just
not
not
like
give a
the
shit
song?
about us?
So, it's that you're jealous of my style. Worried I'm gonna show you up?
As if.
Yeah.
Then, what is it? I know you're used to getting your way, but come on. Do you even care about the contest? We're almost out of time.
I know, but
We're just worried about you, okay?
stay out of this.
Look, I know this is none of my business, but just look at Tommy and Janet. Don't you see how much they care about you?
Condescending much?
I'm
Jesus
asking
fucking
a question,
Christ.
girl.
I'm just trying to help.
Elizabeth, what's the racket? Keep it down.
Dad.
Oh, I didn't know we had guests.
Rex Alfred.
Rex Alfred.
Did you used to work for Batman?
Hey, Rex.
No.
Hi there, Janet.
Hey,
Hi, Tommy. And you're Richard's daughter?
Yeah, Ashley.
Let's not make guests wait in the entryway, Elizabeth. Please make yourselves comfortable.
She's like, God damn it, I want
Can I
Dang.
get
to
you
get out.
anything? We have some cake.
It's a lie.
Really? Yeah.
Dad, seriously? Get out.
Young lady, that's no way to act in front of guests. You may not want me hanging around right now, but
But you need me to put on an act and play nice.
Elizabeth, listen.
I don't care. Just go away.
Elizabeth!
Whoa. Hold on a minute. Can you save the family stuff for later? We need to talk to Elizabeth.
Of course, Janet. I'm going out. We'll talk when I get home.
He's gonna go out fishing.
I'm gonna go stress fishing.
Yeah.
Make yourselves at home.
bad for him. Even if he might end up being the villain, I feel bad for him. He has a shitty family situation.
I don't think so. He's really good friends with Richards and
Yeah, it's like
Bob.
I don't know if he's. I don't think he's going to be, but like he could, and it's like if he does end up somehow being the villain, it's like he just has a shit family situation. I'm sorry.
Let me show you Elizabeth's room.
Why do you hate her and
what
me
about
so
those
much?
two?
They're fine. Let's give them some space.
Did they break up?
Huh?
Don't worry about it. Come on.
They broke up. They were a couple, and they broke up, and now it's causing drama in the band.
Ashley and I are gonna wait in your room. Okay?
Why are you letting her in my
Don't touch
room?
stuff. Got it. It's upstairs. Let's go.
We're gonna touch all of
okay.
her stuff.
Elizabeth, we're really worried about you.
I know.
Then be real with me. What happened? Why'd you stop coming to practice?
So, I might be pregnant.
Oh, fuck. Oh, damn.
I don't think the game would do that, but...
that would be
it's
one
like,
hell of a statement.
It's like,
fuck.
gotta give us something here, man. We've got nothing. Why is everyone
Oh
updated
my
except the dog?
God. It's all Reed. It's all Reed. Well, let's get this started. Holy fuck.
Oh, I guess, sorry, 2 people didn't update.
I ran into Ryan again on the way to Dad's college. The college he invited me into was super clean. The exact opposite of Dad's mess. Ryan knows.
The other reason he can't be dead, actually, he can't be dead because when Dee was dead, not only did he look spectral, he was the same age as when he died.
Yeah, so there's no way
There's
he's
no
dead.
way he's dead, but what the fuck is he?
Ryan knows that I've been running all around the lake. I wonder when he saw me. When he saw me looking at the kaleidoscope he keeps by the window, he told me it was a memento of his mother who died when he was little. As a child, he was sick and required painful treatments. Ooh. Poor guy. My mom was there after each session, waiting by his side with the kaleidoscope. She'd cheer him up by telling him, "You were so brave, Ryan. Your mom was watching over you, I'm sure." He said, "Whatever." My mom looked into the kaleidoscope. The cherry blossom side would make her feel nostalgic for Japan. But now it's broken, and you can't see it. That's too bad. I would have loved to see it. God, this is a long one. Right? Ryan said he was glad that we could talk, just the 2 of us, but I was just happy to hear some news stories about Mom. Now I think about it, I wonder what he meant when he said that the reason I came to Lake Julia is because there's someone waiting for me. Who could that possibly be? That guy.
Well, maybe, but also I don't know.
Ian is another researcher who works with Dad, or so I thought. So this guy, John, who goes around calling himself a special agent, was talking to someone on the phone who he called Ian. They were talking about Dad and JC Valley, so there's no doubt in my mind that this is the same Ian. From what I gathered, Ian and John share some connection. They're working together on an investigation of the Crusoe Resort incident and JC Valley. Who are these guys really?
Good question.
The guy who claims to be a special agent for the government, he definitely doesn't fit in at the campground with the black suit, so everyone thinks he's super suspicious. He says he's looking into the incident from 5 years ago, and I heard him mention Crusoe Resort to someone on the phone. It also looks like he's investigating JC Valley, where Dad works. It definitely seems like Matthew's dad's disappearance is related to the lake pollution. But could JC Valley be connected? We could figure it out faster if this guy would tell us what he knows. But he says to let the adults handle it. Whatever. Matthew's on the clock, and we've already found some clues, so we're going to keep looking into this regardless of what the adults say. Nee.
See, I really wish that Ashley was smart enough to put together the fact that Michael and John Doe might be the same person,
Yeah,
and
seriously.
just mention, Because if she just mentioned to John, he doesn't have time to wait and let it be solved. Like, he's going to be sent to boarding school if he doesn't find out right now. Like, if he doesn't find his father right now, he will be sent away to boarding school in Europe.
Yeah. Matthew is desperate to find out more about the unknown contaminant that's causing the lake pollution, but apparently not as desperate as he was for a meal.
Look, starving to death is much more important than solving a mystery, no matter what it is.
He practically inhaled 2 of the salmon rice burgers at Bob's restaurant. They are really good, though. I understand why it's the most popular thing on the menu.
I will say, though, this Bob's restaurant, best Bob's restaurant in media.
Well,
better than Bob's Burgers.
I told Matthew I'd help him look for clues about his dad, but I got sidetracked talking with Ryan, then going to Elizabeth's house. Sorry, Matthew. I've also got a parental mystery going on with my mom, so it's easy to get distracted, but I'll get serious about helping now. After all, I'm the one who said we'd find something by the end of the day.
I mean, I think we're finding stuff, just the question is, how much do you need to find?
When I saw the picture of the food stand in Bob's restaurant, I remembered something else from 13 years ago. I saw Bob at the food stand handing Mom a paper bag. Mom was a customer of his, and even inspired him to come up with the salmon rice burger. I was surprised that all the folks around here remember Mom as well, but it's also nice to hear more stories about her. Bob said Mom was waiting for someone by the clock tower. Who could that have been? Actually, maybe Bill. It could be Bill.
That's the real question here. She was waiting for someone by the clock tower, which implies he's not dead. But we see a grave in the flashback.
It looked like it said something Ryan. I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's his last name, so.
It's weird. We found a new feature of the DAS that lets me do a water quality test just by taking a photo. I think we can use it to prove that Matthew's dad is innocent. Did Dad create this feature too? Why? Is it related to Mom? Is it related to why Mom came here? It does show that Dad's a pretty amazing scientist, though. Hard to imagine since he seems so unreliable with me. Oh, and when he stopped by Bob's restaurant, there was a picture of Dad there, holding a fish he caught and smiling really big. It was nice to see him looking happy instead of just fretting about research all the time. We found out about a new feature of the DAS, water analysis. We used it to check the water in the lake, and we found the unknown contaminant that's causing the pollution. If we can figure out what it is, we should be able to prove that Matthew's dad is innocent. There's been a suspicious looking guy sniffing around, which kind of makes me think that GC Valley is connected to pollution somehow. We'll just have to keep digging. On the way back to Dad's cottage, I ran into Ryan again. When I told him we were looking for Matthew's dad, he knew all about the pollution and Crusoe Resort too. He even knew that the allegations against Crusoe are wrong, and seems like he knows who's really responsible, but he wouldn't tell me, which was frustrating. While I was talking to him, my head got all fuzzy. I wonder what was that about. On my way to leave Ryan's cottage, I noticed a kaleidoscope on the windowsill. He said it was a memento of his mother, and used to be able to see cherry blossoms when you look into it, but it's broken now. When I saw it, I remembered Mom holding that kaleidoscope and standing in front of a grave. Whose grave was that? The director of JC Valley, that's where Dad works. He's Elizabeth's father. There were photos of Dad and his friends on the wall at Bob's diner, and Bob told me all these stories about him too. Turns out Dad and Rex are friends, and they hang out at Bob's diner. I think of Dad as single-minded, focusing only on his research. Turns out he has a social life. Yeah, That's not the only surprise. Bob told me Dad likes music and fishing. The music talk is what caught my attention. Turns out Rex plays guitar. Same as me. Guess we do have something to talk about.
Oh God, even fake Fran got an update.
The keyboardist and vocalist for Tommy's band. She's also the daughter of Rex, the director of JC Valley. She's selfish, conceited, and has a terrible attitude. In other words, she's a total bitch. It's safe to say I don't have the best impression of her. All the same, Tommy and Janet see her not just as a friend, not just as a bandmate, but as a friend. They were really worried when she stopped showing up to practice.
We can't be famous if you leave.
When I ran into her by the lakeside, we talked about the band, and it was obvious something's bothering her. There must be a reason she's skipping practice. Wait, why should I care?
Why should I care about these guys I just met who I actually do like, and this one girl who I don't?
I guess because I think she ought to tell Tommy and Janet, especially Janet. She wants to make it as a band, and it's obvious she thinks Elizabeth has talent. Look, it's true that I can't stand her, and I've been trying to avoid her, but if she's as good as they say, I need to hear her sing, at least once, just to see what I'm up against. That makes sense, right? With the recording of their song lost, it's not like there's any other way to hear her. The least she could do is show it to practice, right? What is going on in her head?
Maybe she's on her period.
That's why she's told bitch. The drummer in Tommy's band, she's really friendly and fun to be around. She told me their band is entering the Big Deal Band Contest, but it looks like... I
cannot believe they called it the Big Deal Band Contest.
It's such a big deal.
Yeah. That's the advertising, too. It's the Big Deal Band Contest. It's a big deal.
It's a big deal. Get your big deal tickets while the big deal lasts.
And for a limited time, you can get a big deal on this Big Deal Band Contest by putting in Big Deal into the discount code on BigDealBandContest.com. How many times can we say Big Deal in the same commercial?
It's such a big deal. Oh, shit. Elizabeth lost the music player that has the song they need for it.
She says.
And what's worse, Elizabeth stopped coming to practice around the time they made the recording. Janet and Elizabeth have been friends forever, so it's only natural Janet would be able to sense when something is wrong. She must be so worried. Janet told me how serious she is about the contest. She's hoping it leads to a record deal, so she can't just stand by and do nothing. They certainly have their challenges, and it seems like more keep coming out of nowhere. I know Fist Hand. Yes, Fist Hand.
No!
I know firsthand the struggles that can come with being in a band. So I'm really rooting for them. I hope they can work it out. Coming this Halloween, meet Fish Hand, the serial killer with a fish hand.
No, stop! You don't know what you're saying. Stop! Move on!
Coming to theaters near you starts Friday.
No. How many more characters do we have?
First Friday of Halloween. 3 more.
Oh.
They're just as long as the last.
No!
A college student who works part-time in the guest house. Tommy's in a band with Janet and Elizabeth playing lead guitar and writing their songs. Janet told me he plays like a pro, but I was blown away by how inspired he is. He says he's just doing it for fun, but with chops like that, I think they've got a real shot at winning the Big Deal Band Contest. I borrowed a guitar and jammed with him a bit, but I couldn't keep up. He complimented my performance, but I feel the difference in our skill levels. And it made me realize how much more I need to practice. After that, I ran into Tommy and Janet on their way to Elizabeth's house, and they talked to me into going with them. They went to ask her why she hasn't been coming to band practice, but that really doesn't seem like a conversation for an outsider to be in, so I'm not excited about this. Okay, I think we'll save the other two for next time.
Thank you! Okay, that's going to be it for this episode. We will come back next time.
With more reading.
More reading! Until then, the future is very uncertain. Somehow. What is certain is you guys are awesome, and there'll be more Two Bros Game Night tomorrow. See you then.
Goodbye.